Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Slickster, the Silver Fox Entertainment. I'm going to bring you something a little different today, something that's really interesting. Anybody that has, followed me in any kind of way or knows, my story or, stuff that I've been through in my life, this right here will be real interesting. It says, Washington Post, November 12th, 2023. It says, former inmate sues Virginia saying he was held too long. The claim centers around a 2020 law that expands inmates' ability to be released early by logging good behavior credits. That is me. I was held for almost 2.5 years against my will, after being told I was going home twice. It says, Hamilton Stewart III said he was ecstatic when he was told in 2022 he was going to be released early from Virginia prison after earned sentence credits for good behavior under the new state law. Stewart lined up a job, and his cousin spent $5,000 renovating a room for him. But just weeks before his anticipated release, Virginia's new Republican Attorney General, Jason Miyares, found Stewart and other inmate did not qualify for relief in controversial legal opinion. Stewart, who had served 13 years in prison, ended up serving another year before he was released in 2023. Earlier this month, Stewart sued Miyares and the state's former head of corrections, Harold Clark, alleging Miyares' legal rationale for denying him was that relief was politically motivated by the Miyares and Clark were deliberately indifferent to Swart's plight. Swart is seeking damages in what could be the first number of lawsuits. It says, it broke my heart. Stewart was losing off his early release, and it broke my family's heart. Stewart, 63, who was convicted of attempted aggravated murder and other counts following a police chase in which he said he crashed into a law enforcement cruiser in Fredericksburg in 2009. He pleaded guilty as part of the deal. A spokesman with Miyares declined to comment on the lawsuit since the litigation is pending, but Miyares and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin had previously opposed the sentence. The relief because they felt it could increase crime and improperly gave the benefit to some violent felons. Clark and the Virginia Department of Corrections, VA-DOC, did not respond to requests for this comment. Obviously, why would they? Victims' advocates said many victims were apprehensive about the early release, particularly of the most serious of crimes. Stewart's lawsuit comes after the Supreme Court of Virginia ruled this summer that Miyares' denial of early release in a case of another inmate with a similar conviction was flawed, opening the door to challenges by current and former inmates. The ACLU, which is who helped me get out, of Virginia, helped sued on behalf of Stephen Patrick Priest. Same thing. He's pretty much, his case opened it up to make it so I could get out too. Who was serving 14 years for attempted aggravated murder, arguing he had been improperly denied an enhanced sentence credit, which happened to me. The state Supreme Court sided with Priest, rejecting Miyares' opinion for the new law barred with convictions for attempted crimes and receiving relief. Last year, Youngkin also moved to curtail the number of felons who qualified for the enhanced sentence credit by taking action in a budget amendment. The state Supreme Court ruled against a lawsuit challenging that move. Youngkin and Miyares had promised to crack down on crime in the state. It's unclear how many people have been affected by Miyares and Youngkin's actions, but the VA-DOC had previously estimated at least 550 inmates had their early release denied. The actual number could be far higher. The new law increased it. Hold on a second, nephew. The new law increased the maximum number of days an inmate could earn off their sentence from 4.5 days a month to 15 days, and it was expected to affect the sentences of 3,200 inmates before Youngkin and Miyares' actions. The law was intended to act as a motivator to encourage inmates to participate in education, drug counseling, and other rehabilitative programs, which, by the way, you have to fight just to get into those classes in there. They act like they just give it to you, like they're putting you on some kind of thing for you to sign up or, whatever. It takes forever to get into those things. Unless, like me, they try to get me to, I pretty much did tap dance. I'm not saying that I didn't, but they were down on our group when we were supposed to get let out the first time. It says, families of prisoners and advocates for criminal justice reform have blasted the moves of Youngkin and Miyares. Hold on. Many prisoners like Stewart were notified from their early release and being rescinded just weeks before their release date, upsetting the plans. So this guy named Jeff Fogel, he's the attorney for Stewart. He's the one that's helping him in his case. So I called this guy today, and I explained to him my situation, and he said, I would love to have you send me all your information. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. After I eat dinner, after I take my shower, I will be putting all my information out there. Thanks for taking the time to tune in to Silver Fox Entertainment. Prison Blues 16.10, but I'm going to probably put this on Facebook too. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there.